Oh, forgot to rename my stream.
Whoopsie.
I'll do it right now. Back in black. Okay, back to nature. Ear.
True.
Back to
Ears
nature.
are in
Back to
nature.
nature. Back to nature. Think nature things. I got fish.
You got fish.
Okay, we got fish. That's a word. That's a word.
That's a word.
Can we get a bear? I can get a gear. There's 8 words.
Gears are
There's
in
8
nature.
words. 8 words. Bee. Here's a bee. No bear. Any other bees? Wow. Wow, no bear? This is messed up.
Yeah, I'd way rather be in the woods with a bear than a man.
Exactly. Could you turn off the light?
Darkness.
Zete.
Zagreus.
Come on, animals, animals, please. A deer? Is there a deer? Double E anywhere? Here's a double E. Oh, these one painful nut. Come on. There's got to be words here. There's a W. Here's a W.
You want me to get you something?
No, I'm just hot. I'm hot.
You want me to turn the air conditioning down lower?
No, it doesn't need to change. I'm just like having a hot flash.
Okay.
It's chemo week, people. It's chemo week. Ow. Maybe I can get a boar. Boar. I can get a different kind of boar.
Yeah.
How about... Is there an H? Is there a U? Is there an HU anywhere? Hunt. No. Eek. Or maybe it was eek. Sour. Maybe can I get a berry? Can I get a berry? Bee. Where's the other bee? I thought there were 2 bees. Okay, apparently there's not 2 bees.
1 bee.
How about camp? Okay.
There do be a camp.
Which wait. Nope. Outdoor. Outdoorsy.
You got outdoorsy better than I did.
Bird. Wah. Twig. Nope, can't do twig. How about... There's 2 W's here. Birch with the C and the H swapped. Bird. Well, I already tried bird.
You did do bird, but just bird.
Chiblee. Wassel. Twist. Mist. No, that's just Chib again. Drib. Was? Drib. Bird. No, let's look up here. Oh, we almost had Shrek. Double A. Gazelle. Can I get a gazelle? No, there's not enough L's.
Yeah, I looked for a long time for gazelle.
Forage. Cook. No, not cook. Camp.
You found camp already.
Oh, I already found a camp. Can I get fire? Is there an F anywhere in here? No, no fire. Can I get tint? Tint? Tint, 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 tint. Nope. Can I get what's an outdoor thing? There's no use, so no hunting. Chop? Nope. How about wood? Nope, no double O's. How about outdoor stuff? Outdoor stuff. Tree? No. Come on. Outdoor stuff. Outdoor stuff. People like to cook ribs outside. People like to do hike outside.
People
Yeah.
do like to hike.
There's 3 words. So this is probably 1 word, and this is probably 2 words. Steergaze. Oh, stargaze. Stargaze.
People like
Okay.
to stargaze. 2
People
more.
like to stargaze. People like to. Oh, bird watch.
Yeah.
And then swim.
Once you got gazing at stars, you also got gazing at birds.
Okay, mini. Okay, let me rearrange some of my magic cards here so that I can have better access to the keyboard. Okay. Hands on
speed
keyboard.
Running?
Of course. Move like a kangaroo. Hop. Purple soda flavor is grape. Bird used for sending messages on House of Dragon. Oh, we haven't seen House of Dragon. Oak tree to be.
What do oak trees grow out of?
Acorn. What half-life measures in nuclear physics? I don't remember,
It's
man.
like the deterioration rate.
Pandemonium. Harm? No. Performance for a prima donna opera. Take a seat, leave a. Oh, take a penny, leave a penny. Motorboard wearer. Mortarboard? I don't. What's a mortarboard? A dash is a short one. Race. 6 across.
That must be a raven.
Oh, raven. Yeah, that makes sense. 8 across. Decay. Damn it. So close.
Yeah. If I could have made the jump from deterioration to decay, then maybe I could have helped you out on that.
So close. Havoc. Wait. 4 down was grad. Take 4.
Oh, the graduation hat with like the silly square on top.
Oh, is that a mortarboard?
Yeah, the square is called a mortarboard.
I've literally never heard that before.
So on connections, I had to brute force the green. I got the yellow and blue just fine.
Horror, cheerleader, punk, jock, goth. Wave, glam, champion, elsewhere, value, exponent, absent, advocate, metal, gone. Cheerleader, punk, jock, goth. These are all like social school strat. What?
You fell for their elaborate ruse.
What? It's not a ruse when they put like 8 words that could all be in the same category.
Yeah.
Okay, then probably like punk, glam, metal, and gone, champion, Mia, horror. Probably goth out of these. Yeah, okay. MIA, value, elsewhere. MIA, elsewhere, gone, and absent. I need more water. Value, exponent. Wave. Wave, value, exponent. Jock, champion, cheerleader. I feel like these 3. I feel like this is horror tropes. Advocate. Is advocate a math term?
No, so for this word, you can look at it as advocate, as to advocate for something, or you could look at it as advocate, like an advocate of something. So it's a verb or a noun, basically meaning the same thing, but pronounced differently.
You can champion. One away. You can value. What?
I had trouble with
You can
this one.
champion something. You can advocate for something. You can cheerlead for something.
I hadn't heard.
What the fuck is this?
So the final word I had not heard be used in this way. But
you
just
can
think of like a word that would kind of mean like to raise up.
wave. Exponent? What does exponent mean in math?
In math, an exponent, it's like, 2 to the power of 4 would be like 2 times 2 times 2 times 2.
So exponent in like a roundabout way could be to raise. Wave. It's like raising your hands to someone. This is fucking stupid.
When you talk about exponent in math, sometimes you do say like 2 raised to the power of 4.
I'm gonna go with exponent. It feels more believable to me than wave. I don't get how exponent has anything to do with these.
I agree. I got down to the same number of dots as you trying to find exponent because it just didn't make sense.
Shock, shock horror, shock jock, shock value, shock what? I get shockwave, I get shock jockey, but well, okay, shock value, shock horror.
It's just like a type of horror. Like It's not.
Oh, is it just like jump scare horror?
Yeah, it's not
Oh.
existential horror. It's just like cheap.
That's not horror. That's not horror. I feel there's a big distinction between scary and horror.
Yeah.
Scary is just there to shock you, like surprise you, gross you out, etc.
Yeah.
Real horror is the kind of thing where like you're going to bed and like it makes you start questioning like your beliefs and your existence.
I agree. Shock horror is still like a genre of horror. It's just not the one that we prefer.
Horse. Okay. There's an O and an E. So E is in the last spot.
Yeah.
I would imagine maybe O here. Horse! Huh.
It's hard when S, H, and R.
Oh, I got it. Fuck H!
Yeah,
fuck H! Fuck H!
The H is taken.
Ah.
The R is taken. We could try opine.
Yeah. Okay, so it is an E at the beginning.
And it starts with an O.
I'm betting it's like O in X. One. No, that's too few letters. No. No. Wait. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't have an N. No. Doesn't end with an E. On Dancitron?
On Dancitron. That's not too many letters.
Wait. How do you spell ennui?
Ennui.
Oh, it starts with an E. That's my phone.
That's you.
Could be important. It's not.
Could be, but it's not.
It could be.
It's how it always is, huh?
What's the point of having a phone? Aside from reading webcomics and manga. I mean, that's all I really use my phone for is reading. If it's like X. That's too many letters. My guts are hurting a little bit.
Can't be that.
Oh, because the N has already been confirmed to not be there.
ounce.
Yep, all those letters are available. Hey!
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Okay, Pokidoku. Did you get this one?
I got this one.
Damn.
We got Hoenn. Your
I
boys.
feel like it's always Hoenn.
Well, it's also Unova today.
I just imagine that all the Pokemon influencers are like about the same age as me. They all just really like Hoenn.
Also, like most of like the Pokemon ROM hacks are based on Emerald. So people who are doing ROM hack content are more likely to be Gen 3 fans.
Okay, so we got a
hate Hoenn.
dual type Hoenn. We got a normal Hoenn. And we've got an evolved by item Hoenn. Ooh. Okay. And then Unova's 5th gen.
Yes.
I feel like 5th gen pops up a lot lately.
Yeah.
And then final evolution, and these are more open-ended. So I'm going to start with, well, I guess starting with Hoenn or Unova won't really interfere with each other.
They cannot.
Final evolution is the one I want to save to last. So a Hoenn dual type. Let's go with...
Evolved by item's going to be the most restrictive.
Let's go with Spiel. He's an ice water type.
What a cutie.
What a cutie indeed.
That's not how Julia drew him.
That is not how Julia drew Spiel. Okay, a normal type. Trying to think of something a little obscure. Yeah. But there's more water types than normal types in Gen 3.
While I did get all of them on this, you have a real shot of thinking of more obscure Hoenn Pokemon than I did and beating me on uniqueness.
Well, there's just not a lot of normals.
They can be dual type normals.
I know they can be dual type normals. It's just, I think there's like the Slackoth line. There's obviously Zigzagoon. Yeah. This one could be really cheeky. It gains its dragon typing when it becomes Altaria. I'm pretty sure. I might be shooting myself in the foot here. No, let's go!
No, I had picked Spinda, which is like the second most common.
Oh yeah, Spinda, everybody's. That's like a lot of people's go-to probably.
Yeah, it's my go-to because I don't remember niche things about Hoenn, like Swablu.
Oh, Zangoose would probably be a very big one.
Zangoose is pretty common.
But
the Slackoth line was actually less picked than I expected it to be.
Well, yeah, I think people don't have a lot of memories of the Slackoth line because catching a Slackoth and then training it is a pain in the ass, and then your reward for getting a Slacking is you get a Pokemon that's only good in very specific weird scenarios.
A Pokemon that's only good every other turn.
Yeah. So it's it's not exactly like a memorable Pokemon for a lot of people, but I always liked Slackoth because he was doing the little scritchy head. I liked the way he looked, and Vigoroth was like a cool Pokemon. I'd turn it into Vigoroth and just like cancel evolution for it. Okay, so evolved by item. Let me think. Pokemon evolved by item. And when it's evolved by item, it's what it evolves into, right?
What it evolves into was evolved because of an item.
So I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no, Probopass is not in Hoenn, but I'm pretty sure he uses an item to evolve. Delcatty uses friendship. I wish they'd do another Shedinja type thing. That was cool. Um, Weavile was 4th gen.
True.
Evolves by item in 3rd gen. Oh, I just remembered one, but I don't want to immediately use it.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody else has caught on to Ludicolo.
But he's your boy.
So I'm thinking maybe I'll go Shift Tree. Who else evolves by item?
Would Ludicolo use a water stone or a grass stone?
He uses a. Fuck, I forgot. I'm pretty sure he uses water stone and Nuzleaf uses grass stone.
It's just so weird to make a Pokemon who's both of those different types use a stone of one of those types to evolve.
Maybe they both use leaf stone, but I know they both require item to evolve.
I didn't know that Shift Tree was an item.
Shift Tree is the version exclusive for Ruby. And Ludicolo is the version exclusive for Sapphire, which also just makes it the better version. You know, just to put that out there. Does anybody else evolve by? There has to be like another Pokemon that evolves by item in Hoenn, and I'm just not thinking of them. True. Cacnea doesn't. Salamence doesn't. Metagross doesn't. The fossils don't. Grass types like to have items, but I can't think of any grass type. Technically, Shedinja is an item evolution. I know they won't.
Because you have to have a Pokeball?
Yeah, you have to have a Pokeball.
I don't know if they consider that.
But it's true. It's true. You need a Pokeball to get a Shedinja. What's an obscure evolved by item Pokemon that's not Shift Tree or Ludicolo? Masquerain, I think, is just level 25-ish. Or maybe even lower. Not Sableye. Not Makuhita. Wild doesn't evolve in 3rd gen. Well, any gen.
Wild doesn't evolve, yeah.
Oh! Huntail and Gorbis.
Okay.
But I feel like every time I check the listings, they're higher than you would think.
Because they're like the ones that people think you wouldn't think of.
They're very annoying to get. So I think that's why maybe people remember them.
Yeah.
So Phoebus, I think requires an item now, because you can't do the beauty contest anymore. It's like a something scale, unless it's friendship. But I don't think it's friendship, or maybe it's friendship. You know, I will confirm it. I'm not gonna risk it on Milotic. I'm just gonna go Ludicolo and hope that nobody else remembered. But Shift Tree, no, I'll do Ludicolo. He's my boy.
He's everyone's boy.
Unfortunately.
I think I picked the second most common.
So dual type 5th gen.
5th gen dual type. Plenty of options if you can remember any 5th gen Pokemon.
That's the hard part. Oh, you know what? Braviary is a flying. I don't remember if it's flying normal or flying fighting, but it's a dual type.
It's flying normal like every other frickin' bird out there.
Which means I can use Rufflets.
Oh, because I tricked you in you tricked me into telling you what.
I didn't trick you. You offered it willingly, and I was like, well, while I'm here. And then evolved by Adam. This one's gonna be harder for me.
Yeah.
Oh, Leafeon and Glaceon count. And they were both fuck, were they fifth gen or
Yeah,
fourth
what
gen?
gen were they?
Damn it. Uh, Remind me, in fifth gen.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. No, because I don't know if Obama Snow is fourth gen or fifth gen. uh is fifth gen the one where you have to go like super far to the north and it's like all snowy? They like have you go up like a mountain
You
to get
mean
to like a gym leader?
the mountain that's based on Hokkaido?
I don't know. Okay. Fifth gen evolves
Oh,
by
you're talking about Grusha in Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, she's a cute gym leader.
ha 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 ha. No, I think the gym leader for the one I'm thinking of, he has like that weird. He has like a very weird spiky beard thing that kind of looks like he has an iron jaw, but it's just a beard.
Hmm.
And I think he uses dragons instead of ice, even though you just trekked up a mountain. Um, Evolved by item. I'll keep Obama Snow in my back pocket because I know he needs a leaf stone or an ice stone, but he uses an item. Um, I just for the life of me, I I do not know if he was fourth or fifth.
He does have a mega. But that doesn't mean
That
anything
doesn't
really.
mean anything really. They give random stuff megas all the time.
Yeah.
Have
Not
we
all the time.
gotten a fifth gen remake yet?
Not yet.
We haven't. That's wild. All this time? It's because they just keep running back first and second gen.
Well, they remade 4th gen right around the same time as Legends Arceus. So maybe around the time Pokemon Pizza comes out, we'll get a 5th gen remake.
Pokemon Pizza. Pokemon Pizza. Evolved by item. No, that was probably fourth gen.
Who?
Dusk Noir.
Hmm.
Because fourth gen is when they added in all of those like, actually we meant to give this thing one more evolution.
Yeah. 5th gen would have 0 of those because
Yeah, I don't think they have
they had
those.
0 returning Pokemon.
Sheesh. Evolves by item. Evolves by item. Evolves by item? Maybe if I say it enough, I'll remember. What Pokemon are even in? Oh, maybe all the Panpors. Maybe they evolve with their respective stones. I'll save that as like a Hail Mary. No, I think I'd rather use Obama Snow as a Hail
You
Mary.
would?
Just because like I know that the pores are from 5th gen, but
Yeah.
I only liked one of them.
Okay.
And that was Simisage.
Right.
Because he had a cool ass pompadour.
Okay.
But I don't remember if I had to level him up or if I had to use a stone.
But like you know what gen he's from. You don't even know if Obama Snow's from 5th gen or if he uses a stone.
I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I mean,
Let's see. I don't have much of a mind palace for 5th gen, but I'll try and run through a little bit. Let's see. 5th gen has. What does 5th gen have?
yeah.
Oh, man. It was a good. I remembered it being a good game, but not a good. It didn't have like the best Pokemon. Oh, wait. Was Aegislash 5th gen? Or was that X and Y? Man, this sucks.
And you can look at like the final evolution ones for now. Come back to it.
But I'm scared I might use them. Because evolved by item is usually a final evolution. Usually.
Yeah.
Appleton! Come on, come on, come on. Let's see. I know 5th gen. It's the one with the terrier Stoutland dog.
Okay.
Its bird was Braviary, and there might be one other. It's
Braviary was like an endgame bird.
No, you can find Rufflet pretty early if I recall.
Maybe in like the middle of the game.
Joltik was 5th gen. And Galvantula. Who is the bad guy 5th gen? That was In. In's the bad guy. Sorta.
N's like the rival, bad, sympathetic.
He's
guy.
he's the fake bad guy.
Yeah, Gestus is the real bad
guy.
guy.
Yeah, Gestus is the real bad guy. Groomed In into being a bad boy. Well, he essentially groomed him into being a cult leader. Yeah. Come on, there has to be a Pokemon I can remember from 5th gen. Was the Elite Four final guy the dude with the dumb fire hair that was like, in like the kanji for fire?
I don't remember if his hair was shaped like the kanji for fire.
But it was like wild and weird.
He had wild, like, kind of poking out. His name was Alder. He had like a like orange cape, and then Black 2 White 2 was Iris as the champion.
I think it's Aegislash. Because I think that's the game he was introduced. Along with... Oh, and Solosis is from 5th... Yes, it's Aegislash. It's Aegislash. Please be Aegislash.
Simisage is right there.
I don't like the way you say that. Completely independently, I've decided I'm gonna risk it with Simisage. Oh, thank heavens.
The sword is in X and Y.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to remember which game you had all the little friends. Like the little pink girl, Tierno, Bianca.
You just talked about that being X and Y like a week ago. You just talked about how you specifically remembered that being X and Y.
I was looking for an anchor point, man. Okay.
And the champion in X and Y is like what, Diantha or whatever her name is. Like she had the fancy pretty dress.
So down here, I'm going Ceruledge. Final evolution normal type. Well, they're slacking, but there's a good chance people might have used slacking over here. But I think I can probably come up with something a little more obscure, like Bibarel, a betrayal of all that is Bidoof. And then final evolution dual type. I want something. want something nice and yeah.
What's the least loved Pokemon you could possibly think of?
Least loved Pokemon. Fucking Gligar. That's who's the least loved Pokemon in my eyes.
Well, Gligar's not a final evolution.
He's a well, Gliscor is.
Okay.
Least loved. Which I think is like Ghost Ground or Ghost Fire. But I know it's a dual type.
Okay.
Marowak, in fact, does not evolve. 0.2%!
That's pretty good.
46 uniqueness. Did I beat you?
I think you did. I think my uniqueness was like 50.
Man, Ludicolo threw me off.
Delcatty, by the way, evolves with the Moonstone.
Oh, Moonstone? Did they retcon that? I could. Oh, okay. I was right about Milotic. I was right. Well, I don't feel too bad about Ludicolo. A lot of these were pretty close. Like almost everything else is at like 15, 16%. And Ludicolo's at 20.
So there's mine.
Uniqueness 50. 46 loser.
Yeah, I picked Lillipup for normal type, which was a lot.
I can't think of.
Simipour was better than Simisage, but
Simisage is the only one I remember.
So
oh yeah, I should.
Yeah, just
I should do a little research actually. Yeah. Oh, Chandelure.
Chandelure was very popular.
Whimsicott evolves with an item?
Yeah, it's like a shiny stone, I think.
And it was 5th
Yeah,
gen.
Musharna has a moonstone. Lilligant uses a grass stone. Cincino uses the shiny stone.
Too many like unneeded stone evolutions, honestly.
Like I get it with like the monkeys because it's like
a here's how Pokemon types work.
Well, that's kind of what the intent was.
Did you I was really frustrated when in Black and White 2 they changed the first gym from being your opposing element to being the element that you're good against.
No, in Black and White 2 the first gym was poison and the second gym was normal.
No, in Black and White
you
fight the waiters.
Yeah,
and each of them pick the type that you're weak to.
Yes.
In number 2,
you start in a completely different city and you fight the poison type gym leader, Roxy.
But you go back to them eventually.
And then your friend from Black White 1 has taken over the gym from the waiters and he is a normal type gym leader.
Oh, Charon.
Charon, yes. Charon takes over and he's a normal type.
Wow, fuck you, Charon. You ruin everything. Then what the fuck am I remembering?
Maybe you're remembering the part where around that time your rival and friend end up taking the Pokemon that's like weak to yours instead of strong to yours, like a little baby.
Maybe. Juxtastat, which has a higher population weighted density.
San Francisco or Jacksonville?
It's gotta be San Francisco, yeah.
It's not even a question.
Which has a higher percent of people who commute by walking. Ann Arbor, Michigan, or Atlanta, Sandy Springs, Roswell, Minnesota.
No, that's Georgia. MSA is like a...
There's too many abbreviations. Too many abbreviations. Okay, let's...
So this encompasses all of Atlanta, but also like suburbs. Whereas the other one encompasses all of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and also suburbs. But I would imagine people...
But more of this is the city. Whereas like... There's a lot of like you have to commute by car stuff over here. Also, another hint I think we can get. Look at all this greenery.
Yeah.
In the space. That means things are probably spread out kind of like Austin. Whereas look at all the concrete. My vote is Ann Arbor.
I think that there will be fewer people total in Ann Arbor. I think that the people in downtown Ann Arbor are less likely to walk than the people in downtown Atlanta. But the Atlanta area does seem to be bigger and it has a lot of highways coming in.
Yeah. So Ann Arbor?
This is going to be one where it's a pretty big difference since it's only question 2. Which kind of gives me pause on Ann Arbor because the only thing it has going for it is you're so scrolled out on Ann Arbor. See if you can scroll out to like.
Oh, you want me to scroll out?
Well, like, how big is Ann Arbor? That Ann
Arbor
area
compared to
this Georgia area.
That is.
It's a huge area in Georgia.
That is a very big area in Georgia. Let me see if I can get it like. Okay, these are the same zoom out.
Yeah. Percentage of people who commute by walking.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of people who have to drive here.
Yeah.
Whereas here, like, it's a little bit more walkable. Like, it's not perfectly walkable, but it's such a smaller area.
Scroll way in on the city of Ann Arbor again. See, like.
So, like, the actual
like
city.
Way more. You're yeah.
And also keep in mind, this is percentage, not just.
Yeah, it's percentage.
Oh, you know what?
What?
I just thought of something that could help a lot. Let me zoom in on Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm feeling very good about Ann Arbor because so crossing highways is about as unwalkable as it gets. Look at all of these highways.
That's so true.
Like this city doesn't look well, this area doesn't look walkable like at all. Let's scroll into Ann Arbor proper. And it seems like the highways here kind of go along like the outskirts of some of the residential stuff, at least on this like northern end. My vote's for Ann Arbor.
Yeah, I think with the way that all those freeways cross over each other in Atlanta, I think you've got a good point.
Let's go! I did not lead us astray.
Higher percentage of people who are Hispanic. Utah is very
wide as hell. Yeah, Texas for sure. Like for sure, right?
But Utah has fewer people than Texas.
But it's percentage.
Margin. Yeah, I know.
But then like, again, this is the infamous number 3.
It's the infamous, yeah. So like, you know, if you have a class of 30 people and one of them is Hispanic, it's like, oh yeah, that's such a white class. But you have a class of like 300 people and 5 of them are Hispanic. You know, there's way more people that are Hispanic.
My vote's Texas. My vote's Texas.
Yeah, I think that's still accurate. I just want to like.
I think that white people like to think that they're the majority of Texas, but all the cool stuff about Texas comes from the immigrants who live in Texas. Yeah. All of their good food, all of their cool cultural stuff, it's because they all stole it from cooler ethnicities.
I just want to like, you know, stop and think about it for more than half a second because it's the infamous third question.
Maybe thinking's the issue.
But maybe thinking is the issue. Because Utah do be very white.
I would be surprised. The only time I think a non-white person would be in Utah is if someone
Is for the
was
Sundance
brought back
Festival.
from a mission. Because I imagine there's probably a lot of Mormon guys who go out on mission and bring back people.
No.
Are you sure?
That's not allowed to happen.
It's not allowed to happen?
Like, if you, like, try to have, like, any sort of romantic inkling whatsoever while you're supposed to be, like, preaching the word of God, they'll, like, slap you down.
But
so
the Book
fast.
of Mormon!
What about it?
She wanted to go back to Salt Lake City.
Yeah, and the whole thing, like, the mission president came over and said, you guys are bad and doing bad things, go home. That's like accurate. They were bad and they were doing bad things and they should have gone home.
I don't think he was referring to him and that one girl having a thing. I think he was talking about
the whole lying. All of it.
So Texas, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. See, trust me.
Well, I just wanted to think about it for more than half a second on the third question. There might have been like some kind of trick.
Higher percentage of people who are Gen Alpha? Sarasota County, Florida?
That seems like, kind of a rich people haven. But so is
North Austin, Round Rock.
Yeah, that's also like a old rich people. Like no one Gen Alpha lives in Georgetown.
Well, people might have kids up here.
That's true. Gen Alpha's younger than I think it is.
I feel like Florida is just the home of old people, and tourists.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone who actually lives in Florida is like below the age of like 30. My vote's Texas.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The parents in Georgetown have kids.
Yeah. Which has less access to public schools, higher populated weighted mean distance. So, which one has to travel farther to get to school?
Yeah. So that's a suburb outside of Chicago versus a suburb outside of Seattle. I'm a little more familiar with this Seattle suburb. How far down does it go?
It ends at Bellevue and goes all the way up to Arlington.
Yeah, I'm more familiar with that spot that's like Bellevue, Sammamish, Issaquah.
I mean, this seems like a place that would have short travel time to schools, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I think the yellow ones are highways. There's like a highway here that goes up and down the whole thing. The red roads, I think, are interstates.
Yes.
And there's also an interstate that goes up and down this entire strip.
Maybe the 405.
And then I think the light yellow aren't necessarily highways, but they're like main roads.
Yeah.
White ones are side streets. And maybe the dotted lines are trains? No, because this is like following the water. So I don't know. But also Seattle probably has like some trains. No, they're not like a train place. Too much water.
I think there's like a in Seattle kind of train thing, but it's not like big public transit.
My vote is Illinois has less access.
Well, just keep in mind that in the way that this is close to Seattle, the Illinois one is close to Chicago.
A little tiny bit of it is close to Chicago. But what about all the people who live in the middle of fucking nowhere over here?
I do know that there are trains that go into Chicago. But
really? But that's still distance traveled.
It's distance, not
I think transit. In terms of distance, you probably have to travel farther here in Illinois.
Yeah.
Like even if you're commuting like into the city, you still have to commute. Whereas here, it seems like, there's probably like a schools like speckled up and down
Yeah, I think just based on like
the strip.
looking at the like all the cities that they've included in Washington, there's gotta like there are schools in all those different
Yeah.
cities.
Like
Whereas I don't see labeled cities in all those
I think you
Chicago
could
areas.
easily just be like, hey, each of these spots, like these like actual named places, probably has at least a school in it or around it. And like there's a high density of those. Whereas over here, like they're just so like spread out.
Yeah. But it is population weighted. So if like 80% of the people in that Illinois section live in that downtown area, then that factors into the distance.
That's true. Let's look at the immediate downtown area. I mean, there is a concentration here.
Mm-hmm.
How many people live in Washington? Like in this area, would you say?
It's a pretty populous area. Like Bellevue's a very popular place to live. But like, kind of this area of like Sammamish Issaquah is kind of where I would say like that area has really good schools. But
I
that's
mean,
not
you could
included.
easily commute to these schools from
like
here.
people who live in Redmond could go to school in Sammamish, and that's also Kirkland, Costco.
That's, you guys were
that's
you made
the,
Costco.
That's the Kirkland of Costco fame.
Whoa! Is there a Costco in Kirkland?
Of course there is.
Whoa! So Illinois, right?
Yeah, let's go Illinois.
Let's go! Perfect. What the hell?
Question 3 was just easy today.
See, you shouldn't have doubted me.
Thinking was the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like that one felt so obvious.
It felt so obvious, but I was like, no, it can't be obvious. It's question 3.
It was very high in general for today, except for maybe question 2. What was question 2? Commute percent.
Yeah.
I think that's the one we were spending a lot of time.
Yeah. Ann
debating.
Arbor versus Georgia.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
This one was very close. This one was medium close. This one freaking, I was like, there's no way Utah, the whitest ass state I've ever heard of, is gonna beat Texas.
Idaho's whiter.
Idaho's whiter, I guess. Ann Arbor, MSA. Okay. And then all we've got left is horse. HORS. How do you spell horse?
I don't know.
L?
Horsel.
No.
That's the name of the puzzle. Horsel.
Let me give it a shot. No?
It's not a word. Okay.
How about
they don't let
Oh
you
yeah, they don't let me type.
click.
What about No? No, horse wouldn't start with a P. The bit's funny, but I hate typing on this keyboard, so I'm gonna stop the bit. Oh! Okay, no more horse. I'm tired of using that keyboard.
No more horsel forever?
No more horsel forever until I decide to get a hit of horse.
You gonna do fishtel instead of horsel?
Oh, whoa, what's this?
Just other stuff that you can look at.
Statistic categories: national origin, education, generation, income. Do you think that these change every day, or these are just the only ones we ever have selected?
I'm not like, if you want to open this in a new tab and then we can play around with it so we don't lose like the link to the quiz. I think this is a site that like provides demographic statistics.
Oh, so
and
maybe
then
you
this
could just
quiz-
like
you
dig
can-
into it
You
here.
can just look at stuff, but then this quiz is just like a fun little thing to get people.
It's like a little
here.
game to get people here. Okay. Simple ordinals. Include historical.
There's a second game called Retrostat. I don't know what that is.
Maybe it's probably like these like historical districts.
Yeah, maybe it's year-based stats.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you want to look at it?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely fucking not. Okay. I'm gonna go back to
organizing magic cards.
Organizing magic cards.
And cooking beans.
Oh yes. I needed to let them cool down some more. Bye.